Roller coasters, but this weekend, Nemesis at Alton Towers is closing for a major revamp after nearly 30 years.
The ride was first invented roller coaster in Europe when it opened in 1994, with passengers sitting beneath the tracks rather than on top of them. Ben Sidwell has been finding out why it's been such an enduring hit.
It's just the adrenaline, the flying around, the big loops.
I was nervous before going on it, but I got on it. It was just a really great experience.
We wanted to come before it did disappear so that we could ride it one last time.
For almost 30 years, Nemesis has been thrilling and frightening roller coaster enthusiasts from around the world.
We knew that we were doing something special, but we didn't realise just how special it was going to be.
Does an upside-down corkscrew under the monorail there.
Back in the early 1990s, John Wardley came up with the idea for a very different type of roller coaster, one buried deep in the ground and immersed in its own story. His creation, Nemesis, was unlike anything that had been seen in Europe before.
That was the most sensational thing I've ever done.
When Nemesis opened, people were coming from theme parks all around the world to see it, and they still do. And although a number of these rides have been built all around the world since, everyone says Nemesis is still the best.
Since it opened in 1994, more than 40 million riders have been on Nemesis, travelling at speeds of up to 50 miles an hour and experienced a G-force of 3.5. Richard Jones from Gloucestershire first went on the ride in 1994 with his dad. Now a member of the Roller Coaster Club of Great Britain, he's ridden Nemesis thousands of times.
Anytime anyone mentions Alton Towers, the first ride everyone thinks of is Nemesis. Some people rate it still their #1 coaster in the world even. But to me this will always be my #1 in the UK. And I'm glad Alton Towers is looking after this ride.
The first inverted roller coaster anywhere in Europe, Nemesis holds a special place in many people's hearts. People like Emma and John.
When we got married, we came here on our honeymoon 10 years ago, and then we're back on the sort of anniversary, 10-year anniversary.
And the first thing we did, we said we had to ride Nemesis together.
Yeah.
While others travel from far and wide to experience the thrill of this ride.
We're here from Wichita, Kansas.
I liked it a lot.
We
went twice in a row.
Yeah, we got off and went right back on again, so it was lots of fun.
But like all good things, Nemesis in its current guise is coming to an end. And on Sunday, these vehicles, which have travelled 1.5 million miles, will take their final passengers before the ride is revamped.
For us, guests have been making memories of it for the last 30 years, and we really want to preserve the ride as best we can.
On Sunday, when I take the last ride with a group of people, it's going to be sad, but as I say, I'm regarding it as the start of the next 30 years of Nemesis, which really is fantastic.
An iconic ride, loved by millions, Nemesis will reawaken in 2024. Ben Sidwell, BBC News.